What is going on, guys and gals? So today we are going to do a tutorial on the basic scene, creating it in the creation kit. Now I'm going to ask, and I put it in here, I want to say a quick word that if this video does help you to like it, the reason I ask that is it will be easier for other people to find the more videos a like has. I'm not monetizing this, I'm not making money on this. Obviously I got like 40 subscribers, which is fine, and I appreciate the 40. I don't do this to make money, I do this to try to help people. So the more people that like it, the easier on videos, the easier it is for them to find it. Might show up on their feed if they've searched other tutorials. Anyways, let's get started. So with dialogue, scenes, and most things in Skyrim, they need to run through a quest. So in the basic tutorial in this one, I'm going to show you how to make a quest to make the scene in, and it won't take that long. So we're going to start out opening the quest, prefix. Let's go scene quest, right? And then over here, we'll just type it scenes, and we're just going to do this so we can see scenes, so we can see everything start in game, and you see how this works. So I'm going to put this at main quest, priority at 60, remove start game enabled. Now you only got 5 tabs, so we'll close this back out. Prefix we'll put up in here, the ZZZ, that'll bring our quest back up, and let's open it back up. Now we have all the tabs. Now we want to go in here, and on 0, we want to go startup stage on the 0, and I'll put a 10 in there just to have another stage. But the important part is the 0 and this. Now, if I hit new to open up this, and I put in set quest objective. Now, the reason this has to be on 0 or your startup stage, if you want to see the quest start like it does in Skyrim, like when it says starting Dragon's Rising or whatever, there has to be something here to start that, or it will just start silently in the background. So with that, we'll put new, that'll be 0. I'll put talk to Hulda. So we're going to do a scene inside the Bannered Mare, just a simple one to get you started, to show you how it works. Quest aliases, the scenes always run through an alias. So I'm going to open up an alias. We'll call the first one Hulda. And I allow reserve. Now, allow reserve means if Hulda's used in another quest, it allows her to reserve her here too, but it doesn't have to automatically fill. Optional, it doesn't have to fill right off. The quest will still start. I always put allow reuse in a quest because a lot of times I make a bigger quest that will do that. Unique actor, Hulda, of course, is the one we're looking for. There we go. So there we got Hulda. Now, we're going to take this and duplicate it. And we're going to go with Sadia on this one. Everything else, the reason I duplicate it, because all this is already checked for me. And then we'll go to Sadia. So there is your alias. Both of your alias, everything is basically ready to start on the scene. So we're going to close this out. And we're going to save. And we'll just call it, I'll put the ZZZ so I can find it easier when I remove it. We'll call it scenes. So that should save it for us. Okay, now we're going to open this back up. We're going to go into scenes. First thing we got to do is come over here and create a new scene. We'll call it ZZZ Scene 01. Simple enough. Go into here. Right click, new actor. Now the first actor you want to speak when the scene starts, which I want it to be Sadia. That's the one you want to put in first. Add the other actor, Hulda. Now you have both of them here. Right click in the white, add phase to an end. Here's phase 1 of the scene. Now before you even want to start talking, you want to add a package to each one of them, because I'm not going to put in the markers that they walk to the marker and all that. There's no need to add that extra stuff on most scenes. So I'm going to add a new package. We're going to call this ZZZ Sadia package. We're going to leave it on travel, which is already there. We're going to open this up. We're going to change it to reference alias, so I want her to travel to Hulda. When she gets to Hulda, I want her to come within 200 units of Hulda. That package is done. Close it out. Close it out. Make sure you hit the OK to do it. Now we're going to go on to Hulda and add her package. So in here, hit new. And we'll name that one ZZZ Hold the package. And as you can see, it already adds into owning quest, ZZZ quest scene. So all this is all done for you. All you have to do is hit this again, reference alias. You want her to walk to Sadia. So I'm going to have them approach each other. You could have just one approach the other, which would be fine too. But I'm just going to show you the whole thing through this as it works. Now we got the package done in phase 1. We're on to phase 2. Add phase at the end. Now we want her to speak. Now here's the key. You can't, now that you put Sadia top, you can't have Hulda start. So the first one to speak is the top one. So if you were to put Hulda first and Sadia, it'll go right to Sadia's dialogue. So we're going to add dialogue for her. We're going to put new. And we'll put, did he ask about a scene? With a question mark. So then we're going to go into here. And we're going to add a condition. Especially if you're going to use the XVA synth. You're going to want to put the get his ID in here. Even though the alias already says that that is the speaker. It makes it easier to voice it if you want to voice it later on. So this is going to be phase 2, as you can see. Now, while we're here, before we go out, face target. We want her to be looking at Hulda because she's going to be talking to Hulda. Okay? Now we're going to add phase at the end again. This time we're going to go down to Hulda. We're going to go dialogue. New. Yes, he did, and it seems to be working. So we're going to go down to here. We're going to add that condition again. Get his ID. And then we're going to put Hulda into this one. This is just, if you already have a quest, you can put it in your own quest. This will give you the basics to start. When I do the advanced tutorial, I'm going to show a lot more ways to start it. It happened with a follower just walking through town, comes on an Azim, tells him to fuck off. Something like that. But right now, I'm going to do the basics for now. And so we got Hulda, and this is what she's going to say. When we close this out, we're going to go back to here. We want her to face target Sadia. So then we're going to do one more, add phase to the end. We're going to go back to Sadia. And, oh, there we go. We're going to dialogue to, actually, before I even do that, we're going to keep this here. I'm going to steal the condition. I didn't have to do that. A little bit too much clicking. Copy that condition. We're going to steal that one for her over here because it's going to be her again. So we're going to go new. Then we're going to go, it is working well. And we'll put one more line in just to do it. Right here. Have a nice day. Kept it all clean and nice and like family friendly. Imagine that shit, right? Add the condition in here. So on the last one, just for something different, I'm going to have her head, she'll turn and look at the player in the scene instead of head tracking Hulda. So like she's speaking to you. So you can make this really immersive. So this, now the scene is ready, right? Well, actually, no, it's not. I'm sorry. We got to go into the package and we want these two to stay near each other till the end of the scene. So there's 4 phases. So double click on this, go up to here, start phase 1 and phase 4. If we didn't do that, as soon as the packages started, they would have kept talking and walked away from each other. Now the scene is ready, okay? But there's no way to start the scene. So I'm going to go into player dialogue. I'm going to hit new. We'll call this start. We'll put it hold the start, right? On the ZZZ, so we're going to go to here. There we go. So here, we're going to put, can you show me a scene? Now, while we're here, a lot of people don't use this. This is priority for the dialogue, which means where the dialogue is in the list. The higher the number, the higher it will be in here. So I'm going to put it at 90, so it's up towards the top. And then just for this, I'm going to put parentheses ZZZ, so you know exactly the one you're looking for, because as more mods are added, there's a bigger list of dialogue. So we're going to go into here, and then we'll put this as, sure, watch this scene. So here we are. We're going to make this whole thing, we'll actually paste that condition, and we're going to change this back to Hulda, because the get is ID. Conditions are a very important part, as we will find out in another tutorial I'm going to do later on, of how to do location dialogue in certain locations and stuff like that. So we have all of this here. We're going to actually check the goodbye on this. And in the script box, we're going to put a semicolon, and we're going to put scene. Now, the reason we're going to compile it, and even though it says you compiled it, we're going to rename it so we can find it later on, or if we want to upload it. And we'll put it scene, script. But you can't, it actually hasn't compiled into a PEX file yet. This is why you can't actually add properties yet, and you have to close the quest out, close it out again. You don't have to save, but I always do, just so we don't lose any progress if the creation kit crashes. So now that we're back in, we're going to open this back up. Now we got to add the property for the scene. So we're going to go to here. You can right click, or you can hit the property buttons, whatever you want to do. And then we're going to add a property. Property is pretty actually self-explanatory. You just got to find what you're looking for. So in here, we're looking for a scene. I'm going to add this scene to, I'm just going to call it scene 01. And then we will hit OK. And then here, edit the value. Type in your prefix that I always tell you to put in. Scene 01 is the one you're looking for. Close it here. Now you have the property set. Now you can put in the code. So what you want to do is remember what you named it. Scene 01. Start and close it. And hit compile. So what this is going to do is when you talk to Hulda now, after we start the quest, which we'll do that in a second, you go talk to Hulda with this dialogue. When the dialogue ends, her and Sadia will start a scene. So I'm going to close this out and close this out. And now, just for this tutorial, which I just did another one on it, we're going to make a way to start this whole little quest we just created. So we're going to go to Books. We'll go to Note. And we're going to find a note that doesn't have any script in it, which that one doesn't. So, pick that note, right-click, duplicate, double-click on this, put this down, 0ZZ, start note, and we'll just call this Start Quest. And we don't care what any of that says. We want to add the script. It's going to show you an error. It's part of the creation kit. Hit yes to all. Once this opens up, you want to put on read. You want on read not alias, because we don't have this note in an alias. So not alias. Click OK. Click here. Hit the properties. You want the quest, which is the quest we just created. Again, shows how many times we can use that prefix to find stuff easier. The stage we want, which the startup stage, was 0, so that's the one we want. We hit that over there. And create new form, no, because we duplicated it. Yes, pull that down. Let's save it again. Now, the one thing you want to double check is go back to your quest and make sure you did put the start stage on the quest. So 0, startup stage, right here. That's checked off. Everything's ready to go. Now we have everything in place to make this work. So, we're going to put the note in the game. White-Run Banded Mare, which is right here. Yes to all. And that's what you want to do with it. And now we should have that little table right here, which it is. We're going to take the note, drag it in. Oops. Yeah, buddy. Drag it into the game. Set it here. I'll pick it up just a little bit, even though we don't have to. There we go. Now we're ready to go into game and try this out. I will see you guys in game. So here we are inside the Banded Mare. Now, remember, you got to go into your mod manager and check the ESP file if you didn't find the note. I placed a note on the floor instead because it kept falling through the bureau. We open the note, starts the quest. It'll tell us to talk to Hulda. I also use the XVA synth to add the voice files to the scene to make it a little better. So, talk to Hulda.
Good to see you again.
There we go. Can you show me a scene?
Watch this scene. Did he ask about a scene? Yes, he did, and it seems to be working.
It is working well. Have a nice day.
There you go. So the scene worked, guys. If this helped you out in any way, please leave a like. If they were farther away, they'd start talking before they got close to each other, and we can add a timer. And we'll go over that in the advanced version. But I just wanted to give you guys the basics of making a scene. So again, if you did like this video, please leave a like. It would be appreciated, and it helps other people find it easier. The more it's liked, the more it will show up on recommended for other people that are looking for creation kit videos. I hope you guys have a good day.